everyone. Today we're going to look at what I would consider one of my favorite papers for using with fountain pens. And I say one of because I like different writing experiences sometimes. But if I had to pick, and I could only pick one paper, factoring in all the options I have used to date, considering, like onion skin and other things, I would pick Tomoe. And I really like the setup of the Galen Leather everyday Tomoe River notebooks. So I'm just going to go through the different sizes, and then I'm going to show you some of it in action and kind of explain as I go why I like it so much. So first of all, when you purchase them, you get them in a very handy little pouch, which I think is very useful. And also, there's no plastic in here. So the notebooks are not, individually plastic wrapped. So let's just take out one, because you get 3 notebooks. And you also get a writing guide and a little blotting, writing pad, right? So it's not, you put it underneath your pages and it just adds a little bit of a thing like this does, right? Like a surface. And this is the A5. I've got here, these ones have plastic, but the other ones don't. And this is the passport notebook size. I believe they call this size regular. This one is sorry, did I say passport? This is the traveler's notebook size. This is the traveler's notebook passport size. Ooh, that one's cute. I haven't used that one yet. And this is a pocket size, like a field notes or something. So you have 4 different sizes to choose from. They're really, really well made. Everything is really clean. The everyday book is gold foiled. They have thread bound stitches and 52-gram paper. So it's white paper, rounded corners, everything that I like in my notebooks. Now for pricing, the A5 goes for $32 for 3. This size is $28 for 3. And then we have $23 for 3 for the pocket size, and the passport size is $22 for 3. So I'm pretty happy with them. I love the options, and I just love the simplicity of them. I love that they all match, and I really like the colors. So these are the notebooks options. I'm going to put this away, and we're going to play with some pens and stuff on the pages, and I'm going to explain to you as I go what is so exciting about it. Here's a few reasons I love these notebooks. They're not super thick. So when I, pre-pandemic, when I would carry these around, they didn't weigh down my bag and, weigh on my shoulder very heavily. So I could carry 3 of them, and it's a reasonable size and weight. And the other thing is, it kind of gets rid of that notebook stress, where you're like, oh my gosh, I have 500 pages of Tomoe and it's stressful. That might happen to you, and if that does happen, then maybe something like this is better, where you just don't have so much pressure to fill it all up and then also have to carry it around all the time. And, that's kind of funny, but yeah. So I like the blank paper because I like using the guide, but I don't always use it, so sometimes I just do messy things. I haven't used it here. There are 64 sheets, so 128 pages. Okay, so that's one of the things I like. The other thing, I love the rounded corners. It protects, the covers are not super thick, so it's not really heavy, and it protects the pages inside well enough, but still allows me to slide these into journal covers, like leather journal covers, or whatever kind of covers you use. And really, worst case, if it doesn't fit, you can always trim the cover of it if you have to. It's another option. And so it's just really, it just ticks all the boxes for me. There are no pages wasted. I really like the Taroko notebooks, but I don't use the table of contents and the ink swatch pages. So those are wasted pages for me. And I just don't need that. Plus, these are plain enough that you can stick cute things on them, like washi and stickers. So I really like that. Tomoe River is very thin, very crinkly. You can see through it quite easily. So what I have found, like personally, I don't mind when I get show through like this. That's fine. Show through is okay with me. What I don't like about some papers is if it feathers with fountain pens. Tomoe River, I rarely get feathering, and if I do, it's usually because of like an oil on the page or a really weird ink or a combination of. But for the most part, I can always assume that it will perform fine. So it's very light paper, and it's kind of delicate, so if you have loose sheets, they can get dog-eared really easily, or crinkled, or bent, but in this notebook, they're quite safe, and so I can enjoy the crinkle. That's one of my favorite things about this paper, is the crinkle. And on this page, I've done a water wash a bit with the ink, so they tolerate watercolors and like fountain pen color washes, fountain pen ink color washes very well. It will warp a little, and I'm okay with that. That kind of is exciting for me, so it's kind of like patina on metals. Your notebook warping is like, oh, a sign of use and enjoyment. Okay, I have a couple tools picked out here just to show you, play with the paper, test it out. And what I can show you already, because I did this morning, just to show you that it has no feathering. The lines are pretty clean and crisp. And the other thing I love about this notebook is you don't have the first page glued to anything, so it's just, you can use it wide open, it lies flat. So, and then the back side of the page, you have, I actually use the back side of the page. Some people don't like the show through. There's not, if you use just like normal writing, your show through will be minimal, and you can probably use the back. Like there's a bit of showing here, no big deal. It doesn't bother me. That was not dry when I did it. Oops. So let's do this. I'm going to do a quick writing with my folded nib. So this is, wait, let me do this. It's going to be nice and juicy. I don't know why I wrote an F. I was going to write something else. Good job, Ziza. Okay, so this is, oh, I need to read it. My ink bottle's a bit, it's not low, but I don't want to get ink all over myself today. I don't know why. Maybe just because I feel lazy, and I don't want to have to scrub my hands. Guess I don't have to scrub my hands if I don't want to. Okay, so crinkly, and then, oh, so let's do this. Get some splatter. And then I'm going to use my other pan, get some more splatter. So what I love is I can do all sorts of things with these notebooks. I can do regular writing. I can do, like regular writing, I mean like using a fine nib or whatever. Or you can do fun, crazy writing. You can do what I consider to be my style of art, which is just making a mess. And I feel okay about it in this notebook because Tomoe River helps the ink like really shine. It really glows. The sheen comes out. The shading comes out. It's just a really pleasant way to highlight your fountain pen writing experience. Now, because it holds ink so well, it can have longer drying times. I don't know why I wrote now. Wow, it's hard to think and talk and write at the same time. I think the drying times are worth it. They're not horrendously long. It's not like you're going to be waiting forever. I mean, with this you will be, but to be honest, unless you're using copy paper, this is going to take a long time regardless. Let's do a quick look. So you can see that there's already sheen forming. It's very nice. And I really like the crinkle. So see how easy a dog ear is? If I folded it myself, it wasn't from the notebook doing anything. So that's why I like having the notebook to protect it. Let's do some fine writing. This is the Curry Azure cocktail from Sailor. Curry Azure. I got mine at Drumgools in Houston. Yes, that's right. Houston. We have a problem. The problem is I have too many pens. That's my problem. I can't remember what ink this is, but I don't know, some Sailor. Gosh, isn't this pretty? Oh, it's so disgustingly nice. Lovely. I enjoy the paper because it's smooth. It doesn't catch my nibs. Very easy to do that kind of thing. I'm gonna just dip my water brush here. Oh, this thing's like so old and crinkly. I mean, like plasticky. Okay, so let's do this. What I'm doing here is just showing that you can do like a water wash with your colors, and that the paper can still handle some water. Quite a significant amount, actually. It's kind of surprising, actually, that it can take it. And so your page will warp, but personally, like I said about the patina, I really enjoy the warping. It makes me feel like I have fully used and enjoyed my tool. The tool being the notebook. And I guess the writing instruments or whatever I have used, art supplies. So, I mean, this particular page I'm creating has no rhyme or reason. I would probably make a little more effort to make it a little pretty, you know, if I was not demonstrating it, but I'm not really thinking clearly while also doodling and shaping, so sorry. Sometimes you just need to do something cathartic like this, you know? It's not going to be a masterpiece, or it might be a masterpiece. It's a great way to play with your ink samples and stuff, right? Because you know the paper can handle it. So let's let this dry so we can look at the back of the page in the meantime, when we come back to it. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you, I showed this in a recent video where I used up a bunch of notebooks. So you can see the page behind. Totally fine with me. If you put your guide behind here, it'll block it out and you can just follow your guide, or you can use a writing board or just like another piece of paper. But there's the back side. This is not bleed through, this is actually printing from this side. So inks look beautiful, they really shine, and I really enjoy how my nibs feel on the page. They they glide very nicely. It's not so slick that I find a lot of issues with baby's bottom, but I mean, if you are having skipping, it's more so the nibs problem. To me, the tangible, like the crinkle, the tactile sensations of a full notebook, like the pages and the flipping, it's just, it ticks all the boxes for me. So these notebooks, I mean, Tomoe River in general, but these notebooks are really well designed and executed, and they make me very happy. So let's come back to this. So you can see the warping a bit, but it's amazing. It will take it. I mean, you saw how much water I put down, and this is showing through, but it's not bleeding. So it's handled it really well. Now what I thought might be fun would just be to do like a little bit of writing, just so you can enjoy it if you want. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to grab a couple pens, and I'm just going to do some writing. paper can handle a huge variety of nibs, extra fine, fine, medium, broad, double broad, triple broad, wet flex, Boudet nibs. This is a Jinhao Boudet. I mean, it's pretty wet. You saw the folded nib, took it like a pro. Here is a, I have no idea what kind of writing this is, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to think and spell at the same time. This is a Mont Blanc 6B. That's right. It's disgusting. 6B. So, I mean, this paper is, it's like a love affair with fountain pens. It's just, it's going to hold up, and you're really going to enjoy it. And if you're into fountain pens and you like the writing experience, give it a shot. Give the everyday notebooks a shot. I honestly think they're fantastic, and I have a huge stash of them because I thoroughly enjoy them. I go through them pretty quickly because they are just elegant and like simple, and they work in so many ways for me. So there you go, my friends. Let's do this. It's true. It is true love forever. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoy this type of video or this series, I have a couple other notebooks I want to share with you. I want to share my favorites with you. And this paper really improves the fountain pen experience for me. Makes it really enjoyable, and it makes me really happy. So, that's all. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you want, or not. Just enjoy. And that's it. You can find me on the socials on the next screen. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you for the next video.